smartest player at the 2026 World Cup will not be wearing a jersey. It will not score goals. It will not demand higher wages or complain to the referee. It will, however, spend 90 minutes being kicked very hard. The ball itself has become technology, and that changes everything about how we understand the beautiful game in 2026. Let me walk you through the complete technology stack of the most advanced football tournament ever built. This is not hype. This is engineering. Start with the Adidas Trionda. This ball looks normal. That is intentional. But hidden inside are sensors transmitting movement data 500 times per second. 500. That is significantly faster than how your television broadcasts the game. Every touch, every deflection, every spin is being recorded, timestamped, and sent directly to officials on the field. This ball has to be charged before every match. That is right. A World Cup ball now needs a battery. The sensor sits in one of the 4 panels, and to balance it, Adidas added counterweights to the other panels, so the ball behaves exactly like you expect. This is precision engineering disguised as simplicity. Compare this to 2022. The Al Rihla, Qatar's ball, was the first connected ball ever used at a World Cup, but it had the sensor in the center. In 2026, they moved it. Why? Because engineers learned something. Placement matters. Sensors matter more when you optimize their position. This is iteration. This is sports technology evolving in real time. Now here's where it gets interesting. That ball data feeds into the semi-automated offside technology, or SAOT, but in 2026, it does not work like 2022. An offside decision would route through the VAR room first. A slow process. Lots of waiting, lots of angles, lots of debate. In 2026, the system is different. When the ball sensor and 16 optical tracking cameras identify a clear offside, the data goes directly into the earpiece of the assistant referee on the touchline, not to the VAR booth, to the official on the field. The flag goes up in seconds. Think about that. No more agonizing delays for clear decisions. The technology makes the case. The human makes the call, but the human now decides faster. And there is a boundary here. This is important. The automated system judges only positional offside, where a player is standing. It does not decide interference. That is still subjective. That still requires a human to say, yes, this player who was offside actually affected the play. The machine tells you where everyone is. A person decides if it matters. This is the key to understanding why offside decisions will be better but not perfect. Now, move to player tracking. 16 cameras per stadium, specifically positioned. They track 29 skeletal data points on every player simultaneously. Every match generates over 150 million data tracking points. That is not hyperbole. That is what FIFA actually collects. But here is the technology that most people do not understand yet. Lenovo, FIFA's official technology partner, has scanned every player in the tournament. It takes 1 second per player. They create a precise 3-dimensional digital model of each athlete. This is not a generic avatar. This is a digital twin. Your actual body, your proportions, your limb lengths, captured in code. When a VAR decision is reviewed, these 3D avatars show you exactly what happened. Not a guy pointing at a screen, not confusing angles and discussions. You see a photorealistic recreation of the play in 3 dimensions from any angle. Then, when the decision is announced, this 3D model is shown on giant stadium screens. For the first time at a World Cup, fans inside the stadium see the same footage as the referee. Transparency? That was impossible 2 tournaments ago. And the VAR decision goes faster because the technology is smarter. The system did the heavy lifting. The human just confirms. Now move beyond officiate. Optical player tracking creates something FIFA calls AI Pro. Every team at the World Cup gets access to the same tactical database. All 2,000 football-specific metrics, individual sprint speeds, defensive passing lane closures, ball progression patterns, historical data on 48 nations. Before 2026, only wealthy teams with proprietary analytics had this advantage. England had it, France had it. Small nations did not. Now everyone has it. Data parity arrives at the World Cup. A team from North Africa, a team from Asia, a team from South America, they all get the same information advantage as the superpowers. This is actually revolutionary because the World Cup has always been about talent, but now it is also about who understands the data faster. The referee view camera is another piece. This camera sits on the referee's body capturing his first-person perspective during play. But the raw footage is jittery. Fast movement causes blur. In 2026, Lenovo's AI software stabilizes this footage in real time. You see exactly what the referee sees. Smooth, clear, no excuses. For viewers at home, this creates a completely new way to understand officiating decisions. You are literally in the referee's eyes. Now, the broadcast itself, 45 cameras per match. Comcast is delivering 4K coverage across the United States, but the infrastructure goes deeper. Lenovo Think System servers in Dallas are managing the tournament's entire broadcast operation. They ingest live video from 16 stadiums, process it, and distribute it across 1,000 screens at FIFA venues and broadcast centers. Latency is under 5 seconds, near real time. This is what it takes to run a global sports event across 3 countries and 4 time zones. The stadiums themselves are equipped with 5G capacity, upgraded 3 to 5 times normal levels. Fans inside venues can upload video, download statistics, live stream, all simultaneously without the network collapsing. Verizon and Lenovo built this. The logistics of 16 stadiums in different climates, different time zones, different crowds, all feeding data back to a central hub in Dallas. This is infrastructure invisible to viewers, but essential to everything. Here is another thing. The pitch itself is technology. FIFA mandated that every World Cup match be played on grass, not artificial. Grass requires drainage systems, biomechanical testing, root structure optimization. Universities worked on the soil. Engineers worked on the surface. Why? Because a World Cup played on bad grass becomes a World Cup where the ball does not move predictably. And if the ball does not move predictably, then your sensor data becomes noise. Everything connects. The stadiums also feature massive LED walls, 360-degree sound systems, augmented reality overlays. Smart signage uses real-time data to help 50,000 fans navigate a venue without bottlenecks. The fan experience is data-driven. Analytics tell the stadium how people move, where they cluster, where they need help. Now let me be clear about what this all means. The 2026 World Cup is the largest real-time test of artificial intelligence and data infrastructure in sports history. 48 teams, 104 matches, 1 billion people watch. One tournament to prove that technology improves football without replacing it. And there is a reason this happens in 2026 in particular. The tournament spans 3 countries, 4 time zones, 16 stadiums, and dozens of climates. It is logistically complex. Complexity demands technology. Technology demands innovation. This World Cup is not a test of talent. It is a test of engineering. But here is the tension underneath all of this. Better technology does not eliminate debate. It just changes what we argue about. The offside line is clearer now, but is the player interfering with play? That is still subjective. The referee camera shows you what the official saw. But do you interpret it the same way? The 3D avatars show you what happened. But do you accept the decision? Technology gives you facts. It does not give you answers. This is the real innovation of 2026. Not the sensors or the cameras or the AI. It is the willingness to let machines provide evidence while humans keep authority. That balance is delicate. That balance is whether you like it or not. The 2026 World Cup will change how we see football. Not because of better players, because of better eyes. And those eyes are watching everything. The smartest player at the tournament isn't a player at all. You are welcome. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.